case of an emergency, please exit to the rear of the chambers. You will have to take the stairs down to the basement, turn right, and exit through the rear door. Please note the elevators will not function. If anyone is unable to use the stairway, please go to caucus room number 2, located behind the chambers, and emergency personnel will be notified. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and stay standing for a moment of prayer. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. God help us.
Thank you. We'll be swearing in the newly elected legislators. Andrew C. Dennison, District 2, would you please come forward? Judge Baker?
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Andrew Dennison, do solemnly swear I'll support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New York, and that I'll faithfully discharge the duties of the office of Cayuga County Legislative according to the best of my ability. And I do further solemnly swear that I have not directly or indirectly paid, offered, or promised to pay, contributed, or offered, or promised to contribute any money or other valuable thing as a consideration for the giving or withholding of vote at the election which I was elected to said office. I have not made any promises to influence the giving or withholding of any such vote. Congratulations and good luck.
Aileen and Coleman, could you please come forward? Judge Leon?
You want to bring your family up, or? I thought you looked pretty good with a hat on. Beautiful thing. Very much. That's very Repeat after me. I, Eileen McNabb Coleman,
I, Aileen McNabb Coleman,
do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and that I will faithfully discharge
the duties of the office of County Legislator
the duties of the office of County Legislator
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability,
and I do further solemnly swear or affirm
and I do further solemnly swear or affirm
that I have not directly or indirectly
that I have not directly or indirectly
paid, offered, or promised to pay,
paid, offered, or promised to pay,
contributed, or offered, or promised to contribute
contributed, offered, or promised to contribute
any money or other valuable thing
any money or other valuable thing
as a consideration
as a consideration
for the giving or withholding of votes
for the giving or withholding of votes
at the election at which I was elected to said office,
at the election at which I was elected to said office,
and I have not made any promise to influence
and I have not made any promise to influence
giving or withholding of any such vote.
giving or withholding of any such vote.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Joseph DeForest, would you come up?
Repeat after me. I, Joseph DeForest,
I, Joseph DeForest,
do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of New York,
the Constitution of the State of New York,
and that I will faithfully discharge
that I will faithfully discharge
the duties of the office of county legislator
the duties of the office of county legislator
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability,
and I do further solemnly swear or affirm
and I do solemnly
swear
swear or affirm
that I have not directly or indirectly
that I have not directly or indirectly
paid, offered, or promised to pay,
paid, offered, or promised to pay,
contributed, or offered, or promised to contribute,
contributed,
or offered,
offered, or
promised to
promised to
contribute
contribute
any money or other valuable thing
any money or other valuable thing
as a consideration
as a consideration
for the giving or withholding of votes
for the giving or the withholding of votes
at the election at which I was elected to said office. At the election at which
at the election of which
I was elected to said office,
I was elected to said office,
and I have not made any promise to influence
and I have not made any promise to influence
the giving or withholding of any such vote.
the giving or withholding of any such vote.
So congratulations.
Thank you.
Swearing in of re-elected legislators by Honorable Mark Vandrick. Michael Didio, would you please come up?
Repeat after me. I, Michael Didio,
I, Michael Didio,
do solemnly swear
solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
and I will faithfully discharge the duties
of the office of Cayuga County Legislator,
and of the office of the
Cayuga County
Cayuga
Legislator,
County Legislator,
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
And I do further solemnly swear
And I do further solemnly swear
that I have not directly or indirectly
that I have not directly or indirectly
paid, offered, or promised to pay,
paid,
offered,
or promised to pay,
contributed, or offered, or promised to contribute,
contributed, or offered to contribute,
or
or promised to
contribute
contribute
any money
any money
or other valuable thing
or other valuable thing
as a consideration for the giving
as consideration for the giving
or withholding
or withholding
a vote
a vote
at the election
at the election
which I was elected to said office
as I was elected to said office
and have not made any promise to influence
and have not made any promise of influence,
the giving
giving,
or withholding
or withholding
any such vote.
any such vote.
Congratulations.
Swearing in of re-elected legislators by Honorable Thomas Leone. Mark Farrell, could you please come forward?
Am I doing this or somebody? Repeat after me if you would. I, Mark Farrell,
I, Mark Farrell,
do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and I will faithfully discharge
the duties of the office of county legislator
the duties of the office of county legislator
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability.
and I do further solemnly swear or affirm
And I do further solemnly swear or affirm
that I have not directly or indirectly
that I have not directly or indirectly
paid, offered, or promised to pay,
paid, offered, or promised to pay,
contributed, or offered, or promised to contribute
contributed, offered, or promised to contribute
any money or other valuable thing
any money or valuable thing
as a consideration
as a consideration
for the giving or withholding of a vote
for the giving or withholding of a vote
at the election at which I was elected to said office.
at the election of which
I was elected to said office.
I was elected to said office,
And I have not made any promise to influence
and I have not made any promise to influence
the giving or withholding of any such vote.
the giving or withholding of any such vote.
Congratulations.
Yes, she is.
Joseph Bennett?
Repeat after me. That's a tough act to follow. I, Joseph Bennett,
I, Joseph Bennett,
do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and I will faithfully discharge
the duties of the office of county legislator
the duties of the office of county legislator
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
And I do further solemnly swear or affirm
And I do solemnly swear or affirm
that I have not directly or indirectly
that I have not directly or indirectly
paid, offered, or promised to pay,
paid, offered, or promised to pay,
contributed, or offered, or promised to contribute
contributed, offered, or promised to contribute
any money or other valuable thing
any money or valuable thing
as a consideration
as a consideration
for the giving or withholding of a vote
for the giving or withholding of a vote
at the election at which I was elected to said office.
at the election to said office.
And I have not made any promise to influence,
And I have not made any promises of influence
to influence
to influence
the giving or withholding of any such vote.
the giving of
The giving or withholding of any such vote.
any such vote.
I couldn't do it, I couldn't read it.
Patrick Mahoney, will you please come forward?
Patrick? Repeat after me. I, Patrick Mahoney,
I, Patrick Mahoney,
do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
the Constitution of the State of New York,
and that I will faithfully discharge
that I will faithfully discharge
the duties of the office of county legislator
the duties of the office of county legislator
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
And I do further solemnly swear or affirm
And I do further solemnly swear or affirm
that I have not directly or indirectly
that I have not directly or indirectly
paid, offered, or promised to pay,
paid, offered, or promised to pay,
consideration
as consideration
for the giving or withholding of a vote
for the giving or withholding of a vote
at the election in which I was elected to said office.
at the election to which I was elected to said office.
And I have not made any promise to influence
And I have not made any promise to influence
the giving or withholding of any such vote.
the giving or withholding of any such vote.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, Amanda, will you call the roll?
Sure. Tucker Whitman,
Here.
Ben Vitale,
Present.
Andy Dennison,
Here.
Mark Farrell,
Here.
Paul Pinkney is excused, Aileen McNabb Coleman,
Here.
Keith Batman,
Here.
Joseph DeForest,
Here.
Terry Baxter,
Aye.
Joseph Bennett,
Here.
Frank Reginelli,
Here.
Patrick Mahunik,
Here.
Timothy Lattimore,
Present.
Michael Didio,
Here.
Ryan Foley.
Here.
I would like to call for nominations for legislative chairperson. Pat Mahoney?
Madam Clerk, at this time, I would like to nominate Keith Batman. Keith has served on more than 20 boards in Cayuga County, including the County Parks Commission, Cayuga County Water Quality Management, and the Southern Cayuga School District Board of Education. He's also served as the town supervisor for Scipio and the minority leader of this legislature. He is familiar with the state and local political landscape and has been entrusted with leadership positions throughout his career in education and government. I firmly support Keith in this endeavor, and I would hope that we would all consider his candidacy.
Thank you, Pat. Are there any other nominations? Oh, I'm sorry. Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Okay. Okay, if there are no more nominations, closed. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, Keith, congratulations.
Thank you.
This is sinister. Raise your right hand
Maybe we should just read.
and repeat it. I, and then state your name,
I, Keith Batman,
do solemnly swear
solemnly swear
that you will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
the Constitution of the State of New York,
and that you will faithfully discharge the duties
and I will faithfully discharge the duties
of the office of Chair of the Cayuga County Legislature
of the office of Chair of the Cayuga County Legislature
according to the best of your ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Now I need to find my agenda. Oh, here it is. Okay, at this time, I'd like to call for nominations for the Legislative Vice Chair. Mr. Bennett?
Yes, Mr. Chair, I'd like to nominate Patrick Mahunik as Vice Chair.
Great. Do we have a second? Mr. Farrell?
I would like to second Mr. Mahoney for vice chair.
Thank you. Are there any other nominations? Mr. Baxter?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, I'd like to nominate Mike Didio.
Mr. Didio? Do we have a second? Mr. Whitman? Okay. So, see, I think historically what we've done is we voted on the first nomination, and then if that is defeated, then we vote on the second nomination. So, if we may, we'd like a roll call vote for this?
Yes.
So, let us
unanimous vote. We're voting on the nomination of Mr. Mahunik for vice chair.
Vote sheets.
Unanimous vote.
Tucker Whitman,
No.
Ben Vitale,
Yes.
Andy Dennison,
Oops,
No.
sorry, hold on.
Oh.
Ben was
No.
first, okay. Andy,
well, Whitman
was
first.
Andy a yes?
No.
A no, okay. No. Vitale is a yes. Got it.
Yes.
Correct.
All set?
Yeah.
Okay, Mark Farrell,
Yes.
Paul Pinkney's excused. Aileen McNabb Coleman,
Yes.
Keith Batman,
Yes.
Joseph DeForest,
Yes.
Terry Baxter,
No.
Joseph Bennett,
Yes.
Frank Reginelli,
Yes.
Patrick Mahonik,
Yes.
Timothy Lattimore,
No.
Michael Didio,
No.
Ryan Foley.
Yes.
Passed.
Passed.
Please raise your right hand. I, and state your name,
I, Patrick Mahunik,
solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that you will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
the Constitution of the State of New York,
and you will faithfully discharge the duties
will have faithfully discharge the duties
of the office of Vice Chair
of
of the County Legislature
of the office of the Vice Chair of the Cayuga County Legislative,
according to the best of your ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Okay, at this time, I entertain a motion to adopt the county legislature rules of order. Mr. Didio, a second. Mr. Bennett, are there any amendments to the rules of order? Ms. Vitale?
I'd like to put the motion forward to change the hours of the legislative meeting from 6:30 until to 6, excluding the months where we have the Student Government Day and Senior Citizen Day.
All right, do we have a second?
Second.
Mr. Farrell, thank you. Is there any discussion on the amendment? So all in favor of the amendment, say aye.
Aye.
It seems unanimous, so I guess there are no opposing votes. Okay, are there any other modifications that anyone would like to put forward? Okay, in that case, all those in favor of adopting the rules of order as amended?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you very much. Okay, at this point, we need to designate majority and minority leaders. So let's begin with the majority leader, Mr. Bowick.
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, at this time, I'd like to select legislator Aileen McNabb Coleman to the position of majority leader.
Very good.
Second.
Okay, great. And if we can do
Is that
the
right,
majority and minority leaders together, does anyone object to that? And then for the minority leader, do we have a nominee? Mr. Baxter?
Mr. Chairman, I nominate Mike Didio for minority leader.
Thank you. Mr. Didio, do we have a second for that? Mr. Lattimore? Okay, so we have the Ms. Aileen McNabb Coleman nominated as the majority leader and Mr. Michael Didio for minority leader. Is there any opposition? In that case, we'll consider these people appointed.
Sue, do you need them to sign? Okay, they need to come up and sign.
Okay, oath of office. Do they need to take an oath or just sign?
I'll read them the oath and they can come up and sign.
Great. Come forward, please. Thank you.
You can raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear that you will support the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution of the State of New York, and faithfully discharge the duties of the office of majority and minority leader to the best of your ability? And yes. Okay, so
So at this time, could we have a motion for Ledge 1, reappointing the clerk of the legislature and setting the salary for the position?
Motion.
Second.
Thank you. Did you get that?
Who's second? Second?
Mr. Bell.
Okay. Is
Thank
there
you,
any-
Ben.
Is there any discussion? In that case, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Now if I could have a motion to reappoint the county attorney and setting the salary for that position?
Motion.
Mr. Didio? A second?
Second.
Mr. Farrell, thank you. Any discussion? In that case, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Very good, thank you.
Oh, we have to sign.
I need Fred just to administer the oath of office.
Understand that.
Please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear that you will support the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution of the State of New York, and faithfully discharge the duties of the office of the Member of the County Legislature and County Attorney to the best of your ability?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, and at this time, we could have a swearing in of our newly elected county clerk, Ms. Van.
Yes.
Please repeat after me. I, Susan Dwyer,
I, Susan Dwyer,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
I'll support the Constitution of the United States
to support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and that I'll faithfully discharge the duties
that I will faithfully discharge the duties
of the office of Cayuga County Clerk
of the office of Cayuga County Clerk
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
And I do further solemnly swear
I do further solemnly swear
that I have not directly or indirectly
that I have not directly or indirectly
paid, offered, or promised to pay,
paid, offered, or promised to pay,
contributed, or offered, or promised to contribute
contributed, offered, or promised to contribute
any money or other valuable thing
any money or other valuable thing
as a consideration for the giving or withholding a vote
as a consideration for the giving or withholding of a vote
at the election which I was elected to said office.
at the election of what?
At
What?
which, I'm sorry, sir, at which I was elected to said office,
At the election of which I was elected to said office,
and have not made any promises
and have not made any promises
to influence the giving
to influence the giving
or withholding of any such vote.
or withholding of any such vote.
Congratulations.
And now, Mr. Budeman, if you'll come forward.
Get you. Great. Please repeat after me. I, John Bullman,
I, John Blumenberg,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I'll support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and that I'll faithfully discharge the duties
and I will faithfully discharge the duties
of the office of Cayuga County District Attorney
of the office of Cayuga County District Attorney
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
And I do further solemnly swear or affirm
And I do further solemnly swear
or affirm
and affirm
that I have not directly or indirectly
that I have not directly or indirectly
paid, offered, or promised to pay,
paid, offered, or promised to pay,
contributed, or offered, or promised to contribute
contributed, offered, or promised to contribute
any money or other valuable thing
any money or other valuable thing
as a consideration for the giving
as a consideration for the giving
or withholding
or withholding
a vote
of a vote
at the election which I was elected to said office,
at the election to which I was elected to said office,
and have not made any promise
and have not made any promise
to influence the giving
to influence the giving
or withholding
or withholding
of any such vote.
of any such vote.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, on the agenda, at this point, it calls for a 10-minute break. We generally take photos then. If no one objects,
Mr. Chairman, before that, I'd just like to recognize, we have some newly elected city officials here.
well, and in fact, if we can do this and then recognize those. What I'm gonna suggest, if it's okay, is that we hold the refreshments to the end of the meeting, and then because we will do some pictures. That way, those who have other things they need to get to can do so. Does anyone object to that? Very good then. Okay, yes, Tim, would you
Mr.
like to?
Genentino's here, Mrs. Carbajal, and I think Ms. McNabb is here, or former Councilor McNabb is here, and Debbie is here too, Debbie McCormick. So it's nice to have them here.
Yes.
A little cheer for the.
Thank you for coming.
And Mr. Chairman, I think everybody, I think you're gonna be with the governor Wednesday, and I hope, Democrat to Democrat, you can hopefully bring home the bacon, so.
Yeah, I'm certain he's gonna give me a private audience.
Should.
Along with the 2,000 or 3,000 of his closest friends. Okay, I do not believe we have any other resolutions. No communications or announcements. No appointments or reappointments. Are there any committee reports? No committees. Okay, and no reports from individual legislators? Very good. Then allow me a couple of minutes with my report. First, I want to thank you for entrusting me with the chair of the legislature. I will work very hard to deserve and earn that trust. We have many challenges before us. To name just a few, the challenge of a budget which draws too much from our fund balance while providing too little for needed capital and infrastructure investment. The challenge of deteriorating water in our lakes. The challenge of communication within our many constituents. And the challenge of finding ways to efficiently work with other governmental units to consolidate in a meaningful and cost-effective ways. Confronting these challenges will be our focus in 2016 and beyond. Obviously, financial and budget concerns are the urgent short-term issues that must be addressed in 2016. However, these other challenges, water quality, broadband, consolidation efforts, communication, these also demand attention and must be part of our focus, since they affect the county's financial health and the ability to grow and prosper. We cannot ignore or forget them. With this in mind, 2016 goals will have two focal points, immediate and long-term. All are important and all are related. The difference is of urgency only. The primary areas, those of financial and budgetary progress, must have a plan for resolution in place by the end of 2016, with significant progress made by April 15 of this year. The other area of focus need attention to move toward a planned resolution, but may require a little longer view. Now, I know I can be long-winded, and I'm going to work today and in the future to control this tendency. Well, maybe not control, but I'm at least gonna try to moderate it. So with this in mind, I'll not repeat the detail of the plan of action we've worked on to address these critical issues, but I will be making those available for review. However, I do want to briefly explain how I envision our work being organized. If you look at our critical needs, financial, budgetary planning, capital planning, including broadband, water quality, communication consolidation, it's clear they do not fit cleanly within our current departmental oversight committee structure. We'll not force this fit. Rather, the oversight committees will continue to oversee and coordinate within the county organizational structure, while newly configured working groups will be tasked with tackling these identified critical areas of concern. Led by one or two members of the legislature or the county administrator, and including staff, community members, and other legislators as needed, the working groups will investigate, discuss, analyze, and recommend courses of action to move us toward the solutions to our pressing challenges. This begins tomorrow and will require each of us to commit to finding solutions. We were elected to represent our constituents and to oversee an effective and efficient county government. It's my personal goal and my belief that beginning today, we will meet the charge of our constituents by establishing clear goals, effectively addressing those goals, and laying a clear path to accomplishment. We can get this done. I have confidence in this body, in our staff, in our county, and I look forward to working with you toward a better community. And again, I thank you for your trust and support. Madam Administrator,
I have a report.
it's all yours.
I would like to say congratulations and greetings to a new year. I usually use the end of the year to try and determine, what I'm looking forward to doing in the coming year. And I was very gratified to hear that my list and the chairman's list are very similar. So I'm looking forward to that. There are a lot of challenges in the coming year, but it is also a year bright with opportunity. And I am very much looking forward to it and working with all of you toward the goals that you set. So I thank you very much.
Thank you. Is there any other new or unfinished business to come before the body tonight? Mr. Bennett,
Motion to adjourn?
have a motion to adjourn, you have a second?
Second.
Many seconds.
And stay for pictures.
Yes. We do need to stay for pictures. Refreshments for those who want them. Anyone opposed to adjourning? Then we are adjourned.